The page, more or less, the page. The drawing more or less is done, but how can we now make this page actually look nicer? As I said, at one point we want to put this into your portfolio, put on a website, print it out, pin it up, send it to your client, or however. Then it's just a page with some images on it. We would like to add more information. So let's make a new layer and go to this. Maybe now this time we turn this one off. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good. And what we will do is we will add a little bit of text annotations that makes images then really pop up and not pop up. Pop? Yeah, make images just pop and stand out. More interesting. There's more for your eyes to look at. The fill tool we will select and turn into text. There. And then we can tap somewhere down there. And maybe here, this we will call front view. Oops, view, not view. Very good. Move it to here. There we are. But yeah, how big is this? Here's a little trick. So I will go to a tool, go to measure, and then I would like this to be now in points. Because you know, when in Illustrator or so, when we work with font or in Word, we work in points. Or there are other measurements too, but point is very common for many. Let's draw a line straight up. We want to see the measurements, so let's turn this on. Oh, so this is 37, 37. So 20, 25, 24. Yeah, okay, good. Now, so this gives us a reference. If I make something like 10, no, so that's a 10. This would be a 14. This would be an 18. So this helps me a little bit guessing the size. Let's say I bring this in to a presentation, how big my writing, for example, would be. Okay, so this is, let's say around 24. So this is fine. Okay, very good. So let's, after this is done, quickly set this back to millimeters just for my pen stuff. This here we'll select, make a copy, bring, didn't I make a copy? Or I just clicked copy into clipboard, make a copy. Really bring this over. I line this up there. And with a finger, I just tap on it. And then here, this is side view. I just move the pencil away. And here, copy, bring this over to there. Tap with a finger, and this is, we call this one 3D view. Because it's just a short word that fits in there perfectly. Now we can do it like this, but text is kind of boring. Let's write this, because this actually leads us to my main intent. Yeah. So, how do we write? When you go to YouTube and you type in how to write like an architect or how to write like an interior designer, I could cry because literally everything I see there is like, this is an F and we have to write it in this particular style. This is so outdated. I had years of calligraphy courses as a student. One of my professors was one of Germany's most well-known font designers, and I believe what he said, writing is about your hand signature, and this is who you are. Everybody can write different, but handwriting has to be personal, and most important, it has to be readable. So handwriting should not be about following a particular style. Styles also quickly are outdated. Handwriting should be readable and interesting to look at. And since we all have a different handwriting, perfect. Very easy to stand out. So how do we write nicely? Okay. So I will lower this, and I have now a scale reference. So how do I put an F? Do I make it front view? Do I just trace this directly, or do I just use this as simply as a scale? Front. There, the I was too short. View. Okay, well, I can just make this even a tick shorter. So side view. And maybe here. And my E's in my views are kind of funny, always different. That's something I hate so much about my handwriting, which is why I was not actually a very good student in his class. I did never have that patience you need. And here, we just copy our letters there. Better. Okay. No? Nice. So, not very complicated. Here, this text, no, we can hide. And if you take a look at this, we all agree this actually looks better than this. Like, oh, nice, handwritten. Oh, person took a little moment. Everything is all kind of like straight line, and height, etc. is all good. Person has talent. Let's give this a color. Here, this is a color we use a lot. So the text doesn't have to be black either. It can be this way. Nice. Good. Let's add a little bit more stuff to it. I go maybe to this tool. This is very thin. Okay. Maybe I will write this actually to here. So I will change this tool to 0. Okay. So yeah, I use this text simply as a scale reference. So can put this one maybe to here. Zack. And then next to here, now I can write walnut veneer. Zip. Select all this. Bring this over. Maybe put this one a little bit to there. Put this a little bit to there. And then go to here. And then we do this amazing swoops. And one zip there. Okay. Also nicely everything on a different layer. So I can show and hide, change the names, and in case the text is too big, too small, again. This is why I love concepts so much. We can scale this one up to make the letter simply bigger to read, or if it's actually too big, we can scale it down. Okay. Maybe one last thing here. So there we call this nightstand concept. No, maybe this we keep nice and clean, so it stands out a little bit more. This is maybe a tick too small, so let's select it, rotate off. Very good. Cool. We could use a marker, and so do a very gentle pass over, pass under, or maybe just a pass under it. Okay. Select this. So I copy, delete, and then I paste it back. So why did I do this? I drew the text first, then I made the markers. On a marker I drew on top. But then I selected text, made a copy, deleted it, and pasted it. So now I made the text on top of the marker. So that's kind of like the trick how we can do this. Here, let's see. So now we can start playing with the stuff. Maybe. Does this work, or are we now overdoing it? Yeah, let's keep it this way. Now this is better. The walnut and glossy, that looks, the text is fine, but being black is really terrible. Did I say I love concept because we can adjust all that stuff? This is too thick. So was this one? Oh, it was just the color. Okay, so you here, there, make this color. Yeah, this looks better. Okay, so then here, select the picker. We also have to select this color for there, and then the same one time here. So everything got color corrected. Yeah, now this text blends in actually better, and from this distance now, from the scale, I have to say the text is also too big. Oops. So a little bit smaller. Okay, and then I select all this, make this a little bit smaller. Yeah. You see the hierarchy. Oh, nightstand concept. Oh, front view, side view, 3D view. Oh, there is some stuff about materials. Okay, very good. This basically is the last video for showing you how to use then the rest of the drawing tools and the layers to create an interesting presentation for this nightstand. Now to export it, we can go to export. Now we know we can go to custom. So here we have 150 dpi at least, if it's 1:1. So if I want to bring this onto, if I want to print this out on a page, we can also send this to Adobe with all layers. We can make a concept backup or PDF, including flattened, so it actually will be all rasterized. We can export this as an AutoCAD DXF, but this removes all the look. It's just the pure lines. So you see there at the bottom it says wireframe. And what we most times will do is just go PNG, forget JPEG because it has compressions, but PNG is pretty good, 150 dpi. Export just custom, and then boom, we just shoot it out. And click export. And there you see, there's the export. We can email it or we can save it to a file. Yeah, give it a name. So, nightstand. Interesting. Not very well solved. Nightstand. Yeah, so there you see it says nightstand. Click save. Finished. And that's it.